Hello Assassins, this is Gargudon for the ones who came before, and welcome. We are excited to finally be able to announce that we have had the chance to play Assassin's Creed Shadows early, 2 members from our team participating in a remote early access play session event, along with other community members and media outlets. After being able to play the game for 4 hours, these are some of our first impressions of the highly anticipated next installment. First and foremost, we overall had a really positive experience. The world of Assassin's Creed Shadows is incredibly beautiful and photogenic, intertwining 2 stories in a way that creates an experience that is both shared and standalone, as Naoe and Yasuke, 2 outsiders in the world, find comfort in each other's pain and try to make a difference to heal Japan. What the development team at Ubisoft has done is incredibly clever, weaving history into the main characters for the first time, selecting Yasuke, a real historical character, and Naoe, the fictional daughter of real-life ninja Fujibayashi Nagato. Both characters make perfect sense and share a different perspective on the brutal history of the time period. AC Shadows takes a stab at bringing back a sense of mystery that longtime fans of the series will love. The game encourages you to uncover the next secret in a land of danger, something which is incredibly rewarding for players. The passage of time is interesting too, with a fixed day and night cycle that provides atmosphere, and every storm is different. You can feel the effect of the wind as you're riding through an open field. Lightning can flash across the sky and light up the whole scene. The life of an assassin is pain. You suffer it, you inflict it, you watch it happen in the hope that you can make it disappear in time. This quote by the legendary Ezio Auditore perfectly describes Naoe, the first of our 2 protagonists. Although not directly an assassin during the section we got to play, or at least that word was never said, her quest for revenge after the attack on her village is fueled by a hunger for vengeance. Rather than blind rage, she's incredibly focused, seeking those who are harming Japan and its citizens. You can feel her pain, and she takes no joy in inflicting it upon others. It is a necessary evil. Throwing knives are lethal when timed correctly, but can also be used to extinguish candles from a distance, creating darkness and the perfect environment for a stealth attack. We particularly like the dialogue options, as they can make a difference to the outcome of a mission. This is why the team added a canon mode, so that the animus makes the decision for the player. We like how Naoe is the sum of her history, learning from the past but also taking on board the teachings around her. She's thoughtful, reflective, and resourceful. She will no doubt be a fan favorite. Moving on to Yasuke, our second protagonist. An outsider in a foreign land, he has to learn the true meaning of honor and respect when he is stripped of his name, all authority, and ownership of his own decisions. He shows a willingness to survive in a hostile environment, learning the language, customs, and more, and is rewarded with his life. Shown as a one-man army, Yasuke is all that and more. There is a kind side to Yasuke that makes him relatable and more human in side quest. He's not the brute he has been portrayed to be. This took us by surprise, suspecting it would be the case that he was the brawn and Naoe the brain, but that's not the case. He shows intelligence and understanding, opting for a more physical approach to quest due to his size, but stealth with Yasuke was surprisingly incredibly satisfying also, considering his limited capabilities. Combat is great, as Yasuke can take a lot of damage, giving you the chance to recover, reset, change strategy, and break down enemy armor before delivering a brutal finishing move. Players are going to be very happy with the weapon choices, enemy types, finishing moves, and overall effort that has gone into crafting a brutal combat system that is all about breaking the opponent down and destroying their armor. Even playing the game for just 4 hours, there was a wide array of things that left us with quite the impression, whether pros or cons. Let's start with the positives, in the form of the scout system. You can recruit scouts and send them to attack enemies. It's extremely satisfying, and you can customize everything from their weapons to outfits. Building the network of spies has its benefits, as they can also be sent out to collect information across the map. Eagle vision can be used indefinitely. We didn't notice Eagle Vision timing out, which means it can be used without the worry of it disappearing, like in AC Unity. You can use it to highlight points of interest and or observe and tag enemies. The voice acting, the very core of the game and heart of every character, was super impressive among everyone and all age ranges. Lying under exploring the world, as well as finding yourself in the heat of the moment, is of course the soundtrack. Absolutely incredible score. Written by The Flight, who also wrote the score for Odyssey, as well as Japanese band Teke Teki, this will be a soundtrack that players will adore for sure, as it captures a mix of emotions, sadness, anger, and hype. During our session, the incredibly fast-paced track at a key moment early on in the game really makes for a certain motivation. Playing the game on PC, specifically an Nvidia RTX 3070 Ti, looked nothing short of absolutely incredible. The facial expressions, especially in cutscenes, were so realistic and lifelike looking. Going back to a gameplay perspective, the parkour feels quick, flexible, and rebuilt from the ground up. Naoe is easily the fastest character in an AC game. It feels like a mix of balance and precise maneuvers. She is lightweight and nimble, moving silently. A new tool that is introduced is of course the grappling hook. It's like the rope launcher from Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but more useful. You can swing from trees to perform air assassinations. Extremely satisfying. Another really cool new aspect is the introduction of lying in prone, which is perfect for an Assassin's Creed game. This goes hand in hand with the game's foliage system, there being different heights of grass that can be used to each their advantage. How to describe the combat system in one word? Brutal. Decapitations, impaling, you name it. AC Shadows will shock and surprise players with its brutal yet realistic and effective combat system. The game also one-ups stealth like never before. For most, it will surely take some practice, but with time, we can definitely see players perfecting stealth and using all the tools at their disposal to their advantage. Overall, the world has so many opportunities, from uncovering secrets, side quests, moments of tranquility, dark and light, just exploring, and much more. We really feel like it encourages the player to get lost in the world. You have to defog most of the map yourself, as for one, synchronizing viewpoints only uncovers so much. While we didn't get to use the game's photo mode, the world is nothing short of absolutely stunning and photogenic, and we know that players are going to have a great time exploring and capturing this massive world. For all these incredible pros, there is of course also a list of bigger or smaller cons, one being the game can be very if not too dark. A lot of light had to be turned off just to even see the screen when the game takes place at night. Maybe we just didn't find a way to do so, but it seems hunting is missing from the game. We thought it would be similar to say Assassin's Creed 3, where pelts could be used for crafting, but this we didn't see during our session with the game. Unlike previous games, health potions don't seem to fully heal your character, or at least that was due to the current skill level and abilities during our session. 2 potions were needed to fully reset the health bar. Yasuke doesn't have eagle vision. We understand that this could be for a lore reason of course, but it would have been a useful and practical addition when playing as him. Unlike the tool's effect in practically every game before, enemies can now literally walk away from smoke bombs unaffected. This of course provides a certain new challenge some may find fun, but it can also get a bit frustrating real quick. When playing as Naoe in combat situations, we died so many times. Some enemies have huge health bars and lots of armor, compared to Naoe, so it presents a whole new challenge in combat. Although it is incredibly satisfying when you do defeat one of these enemies. But similar to Basim in AC Mirage, the game encourages a stealth approach. Not necessarily a bad thing, just worth mentioning for those looking for a fight. And that more or less sums up our first impressions of Assassin's Creed Shadows, having been able to play the game for 4 hours. There will of course be much more to say about the game once we're able to get our hands on the full thing, playing it in full, but based on just this fairly brief session, it is safe to say we genuinely think that fans will be surprised when they pick up the game in March, playing it for themselves. There's many elements to love about it. What do you think of these first impressions, and what are some of the things you're most excited for about the game? Be sure to let us know in the comments. For even more exclusive content on Assassin's Creed Shadows, make sure to check out the Animus Hub Showcase as well as the Rengakai Quest, 15 minutes of exclusive gameplay, also available on our channel. Make sure to also like and subscribe, and follow the ones who came before, one of the leading AC fan communities on our socials for more content on everything Assassin's Creed. Finally, a massive thanks to Ubisoft and the Assassin's Creed team for the opportunity to play the game early, as well as provision of exclusive footage. Thank you for watching. I have been Gargudon for the ones who came before. Stay safe and active, Assassins. Till next time.